And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings heading out, and it's Kirk Cousins at the helm in his second season in purple and white, 8th year overall. 30 touchdown passes for him a season ago. That's a career high as he aims to get the Vikings back into the postseason. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
And running back Dalvin Cook was drafted in 2017 to be the lead runner for the Vikings, and he should love what they're putting in for him in 2019. This is a run-first, run-heavy offense as dictated by their head coach. Dalvin Cook should get more than enough carries to threaten 1,000 yards rushing this season.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to face a third down. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action. Cousins. On the crossing route, complete. That's Morgan. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A toss to Cook. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Many people thought Keanu Neal was overdrafted by Atlanta, but they saw his talents and knew that he would fit their scheme perfectly. A hybrid player, can play deep in the secondary as a safety, can drop down into the box and also make a lot of tackles, and at times can stay on the field and serve a linebacker role as well.
Throwing is Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Well, before Atlanta starts this drive on offense, let's look at what the upcoming season might hold for them. 7-9 last year. Now, offensively, they still have a lot of weapons. Defensively, can they make an uptick in 2019?
They certainly have to, and you're right about the weapons on offense. Matt Ryan continues to churn out the numbers. Julio Jones is out wide, maybe the best receiver in football. Devontae Freeman makes his return healthy at running back. On the defensive side, though, Dan Quinn, their head coach, does recognize they will go as far as the defense will take them. He has taken over the reins as his defensive coordinator, his own defensive coordinator this year, and his specialty, teaching guys to rush the passer.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now Ryan on first down. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. A gain of 6 there on first. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Ryan now to throw on third down. Open man, it's Stacker. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Ryan. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now Ryan. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. From the 24, Ryan caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Throwing on second down, Ryan. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here we go. Minnesota is set to take over on offense. And if you're a Viking fan, you probably recognize that voice in the background. That is one Alan Roach, the PA announcer here in the stadium this year. You talk about having the golden pipes, my goodness. In addition to doing the Vikings, his childhood team, this guy's done Super Bowls, Pro Bowls, the draft, the Olympics, the World Cup, hockey, basketball, baseball. I mean, you name it, he's done it. And we're certainly thrilled to have him as part of the broadcast packet.
Welcome, Alan. Great to have someone with the big voice along for the ride.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down now, it's Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Understandable we're going to see some of this first game of the year and a penalty. Yeah, we are, and don't forget the emotion of it all as well. I mean, they've been building to this crescendo the entire... Rush coming, and he's taken down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him. Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him. No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend. Ryan now 10 of 10 to start the game. How about that? As he comes up on a 1st and 10. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 3 yards out. And the Falcons push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side. No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively? I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit.
Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now Cousins ducks him with a grab over the middle, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Offense.
And no reason for that from any wide receiver.
Oftentimes, you don't even hear the snap count, right? You just look inside, make sure the ball moves, then you take off. How he didn't do that is beyond me.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
This fielded at the 2. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We begin up in Charlotte, where the defending NFC champs pay a visit to Carolina. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the second quarter. Christian McCaffrey has a touchdown there. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they trail the visiting Ravens in that one at halftime. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And it's the visiting Washington Redskins who have the lead in that one. Case Keenum's thrown 2 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Here's Matt Bosher now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
11 yards there, first down. On first down, Cook. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. Second and 5 now. Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Throwing, Cousins. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run with Cook. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. And the ball situated at the 9. Second and goal. To throw is Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. But now it's third and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Cousins the thrower. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A 26-yard attempt.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. as you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready, we're ready. 25. Let's go, baby. Return it. Get that ball. Get that ball.
On 1st down, Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ryan now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Smith. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. The connection made, it's Graham. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. To throw again on 2nd down, Ryan.
Let's just break this down.
He's got a man, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And when these two are clicking, Ryan and Jones, and we've seen multiple hookups here in this one, usually their offense is clicking, and that's why they're winning.
Yeah, they tend to follow what those two do. They set the tone for either a good day or maybe a tougher day. And right now, we're seeing an excellent game because those two are finding each other. Doesn't matter where on the field, they're making plays.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Ryan. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Bryant is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So Cousins and the Vikings down by 11. 1:47 on the clock. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. To throw, Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They'll run on 1st down. Freeman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now it's the Vikings' turn. Trailing in this one now. 45 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 54 yards. Cousins. And this is caught at the 8. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.